I'm sure you've heard of saturated fat, and you might know guidelines generally tell you to limit it, but what is it and why? More than 90% of dietary fat is in this form. It's called triglyceride. The tri is a reference to the 3 fatty acids, the glyceride is a reference to the glycerol backbone. The fatty acids are chains of carbons joined together. Sometimes these chains have a double bond, but when they don't, like those in butter, they're called saturated. The mechanism of why this lack of double bonds is bad is beyond this 1-minute reel, but saturated fat raises low-density lipoprotein in the blood, so-called bad cholesterol. They're big molecules that can get stuck on your blood vessels, eventually raising blood pressure and predisposing you to heart attacks or strokes. Now, just limiting saturated fat is not quite enough. If you take it out of your diet, you're going to replace it with something else. Replace saturated fat with trans fat and it only further increases your risk of cardiovascular disease. Refined grains would be about even. You have to replace saturated fat with whole grains, monounsaturated fats, or polyunsaturated fats such as those in canola, corn, and olive oil to see a reduction in disease risk.